Hey, it's Cassie from Curry Honda in Chicopee. You're listening to the Bax and Nagle podcast on Rock 102. Come see us at Curry Honda for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience the best at Curry Honda. Thanks for listening.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:35, and the Eagles with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Makes the sun and clouds today with a high of 53. How about that?
That's all right.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's not going to be so great, though.
Well, hey, you know what? We get today's the pick of the week.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Marty Caproni will be joining us later on. I believe there's a $20 dinner and a comedy show coming up maybe even tomorrow.
A Halloween-themed $20 dinner and a comedy show, and you could win some prizes for best costumes.
Sounds spooky.
Oh, it's spooky.
You missed any part of today's show, man, I feel bad for you. But there's always a possibility you could listen to it on the podcast, brought to you by Curry Honda at Chicopee. Experience the best. Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Rock 102 is the...
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:51 and Fog Hat with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Mix of sun and clouds, mostly cloudy, though, with a high of 53. Tomorrow, not so nice. Rain and stuff with a high of 57. It's 45 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So, from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
Frankie Muniz is opening up about why he hasn't spoken to his agent Cody Bankstar.
Hey, how come he hasn't spoken to his agent Cody Bankstar? Co-star.
Hilary Duff.
How come he hasn't talked to her?
I'll tell you why. Since they made the 2003 film, the 39-year-old Muniz is opened up about his life as a child star in the early 2000s on the September 2nd episode of the Joe Volpis podcast. Who the hell is that? Another guy?
He's this fellow that's got a podcast.
They all have podcasts. You got a podcast. We got a podcast.
We all got podcasts.
Muniz told the host, Hilary Duff was probably one of my first friends when I moved to L.A. to film Malcolm in the Middle. He remembered that at the time, lots of child actors lived in a specific apartment complex in Burbank. While he told his mom he didn't want to live there, lots of his friends did, and she often dropped him off to hang out. Those friends introduced him to Duff, who's now 38. We became really good friends. We had a great relationship. And after a year of Malcolm in the Middle, and in 2002, Duff asked him to appear on an episode playing himself. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, basically, her mother was overbearing. That's what it came down to. He said mom was she was intense. Hillary was cool. We had an awesome relationship, but her mom was just intense, overstepping her bounds.
Yeah, that's always the way.
Then they had an argument about her mother, and that was the last time they spoke. That's just too bad.
Well, maybe it really wasn't Frankie's place to say something. Yeah, maybe he kind of overstepped.
Well, he was a kid, too.
Didn't he have his own health issues or something, like a head injury or something crazy like that?
I thought he did have something like that.
Stroke?
Frankie Muniz?
I think so.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I guess I am.
I didn't go to the last 4 meetings of the Frankie Muniz fan club.
Snooze, you lose on that one.
I guess so. I'm really getting tired of these political stories shoved inside the Hollywood news as if, can we just get an escape from all of that?
Do you really care about what a celebrity thinks about politics?
No, but I do care what Chris Evans' baby's name is.
Oh, what is it?
Alba Baptista.
Good choice.
No, a 28-year-old Portuguese actress has estimated a net worth of $2 million in 2025. She gained recognition for her role in the English language series Warrior Nun on Netflix. She married Chris Evans in 2023, and the couple welcomed their first child in October 2024. But they didn't say the name of the baby.
Is the story about how they picked one out? Or there's no resolution to the story?
There's seemingly no resolution to the story because it's a one-paragraph thing, unless I'm missing some other part of the story. The baby's name is Soda.
7.
Like Mickey Mantle.
Yes,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I don't know what the baby's name is.
Well, I'm going to look it up.
I hated to bring you into that and then not give you.
Alma Grace Baptista Evans.
There you go.
That's,
I was close.
you were close. His wife is Alba. The baby's name is Alma.
I shop there all the time at Alba's.
Yeah, actually, the prices are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little tired of putting the coin in the cart, though. That's a little.
Well, I always leave the quarter for somebody else.
That was
they can
nice of you
take
to
the
do.
card. Well, I mean, it's just a quarter. Somebody else could use that. You know?
Great savings, good products.
Alba. Was it Albi? Wait a minute. I mean, I'm thinking of that toast that you give babies, little biscuits.
No, Steve. That's Melba Toast.
No. Those are the guys that ride around in the little cars.
No, Steve. Those are the Melha Shrine clowns.
I gotcha. Keith Urban, who married Nicole Kidman in 2006, is reportedly moving on after Kidman filed for divorce in September. The couple, who have not officially commented on their separation, have 2 daughters together. Sources say Urban has accepted the end of their 19-year marriage and is open to dating. Kidman's decision to divorce was described as a long time coming, which is how he describes his dating life.
Hey, no.
With the couple having grown apart over time, Urban is currently focused on his music career, but is also ready to start dating again.
Sure. And what woman wouldn't want to date Keith Urban?
Well, he is quite the Australian snack.
Yeah, but did you listen to that awful music of his?
You know what? It's just like the hot girl. You know, just tell her to keep quiet.
Oh, I
so
know.
you can look at her.
I
what
know,
I mean?
but you know,
if you're a woman, you're sitting across from Keith Urban, you could care less what comes out of his mouth.
I don't care how good looking they are, Steve. At some point, there's always a major problem.
Yeah, you're right.
You can be the
Eventually.
most beautiful woman in the world, but if you put on a cowboy hat and cowboy boots, we're going to have some discussions.
Bella Thorne
I'm
celebrated.
going to hear about that one.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's why I'm moving on to the next. Bella Thorne celebrated her 28th birthday with a striking look alongside Paris Hilton, of all people, at the Fleur Room in Los Angeles. Thorne donned a white corset top with black lace and pearls, while Hilton opted for the sleek black mini dress with fishnet panels.
That is a thrilling story.
The duo's outfits had a Halloween festive vibe. Although the night's theme was unclear, Thorne and Hilton previously co-starred in the dark comedy The Trainer and have also shared birthday celebrations in the past. Man, I'm really blown away by this Hollywood news.
I'm telling you, Steve, it's all filler until you get to the part that everybody wants to hear.
Did you watch Game 4 of the World Series?
No. I actually started for like half a second, fell asleep right away.
Well, you missed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who attended the game in the front row seats wearing Dodgers merch and receiving royal treatment, outraging fans who felt local legends Magic Johnson and Sandy Koufax deserved better seats. The couple's decision to support L.A. over Toronto left some fans perplexed given their connections to Canada. That is kind of weird since don't they live in Canada?
They do, but doesn't Magic Johnson have more money than the Prince?
I thought
Magic Johnson is loaded.
Wasn't Magic Johnson supposed to die like years ago?
He's over it.
How did he get over it?
I don't
thought
know.
It was a debilitating disease
Well-
that eventually takes over your entire immune system and then kills you.
He is a medical oddity.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But I thought when he came...
Nope.
I don't know. Whatever.
Nope.
Anyway, Kim Kardashian has a brain aneurysm.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she had something to say.
Well, she mustered up
Oh,
enough.
I see. Okay,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, my God. The last time I had a veiny organ ready to explode was when Ray J gave me a mitten licking and blasted off some gammon beads with his Oklahoma oyster prod in that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Caitlin?
I never got that down and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but I once had her honking down on Bobo.
Okay.
She muzzled my cockatoo.
Really? What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is I enjoyed some flatulingus on the rusty scupper. Did you ever enjoy some flatulingus on the rusty scupper?
Believe it or not, I try to avoid that if I can.
Your mother. And that is your Hollywood trash on Rock 102.
Get to Field.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Outdoor Power Headquarters, Steel, Ego, Craftsman, Toro, DeWalt.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, I'm a curious fella. When bad things happen, I tend to ask, why? When people do stupid stuff, I tend to ask, how come? The truth is, I could sit here all day and second-guess what people do because, to me, there's usually a perfectly logical reason why people do the things they do, even when the things they do don't make a lot of sense. For example, why would an NBA player like Terry Rozier, the Miami Heat, need to provide privileged information to questionable members of organized crime for the purpose of manipulating prop bets for NBA games? Terry Rozier was 3 years into a 4-year, $96 million contract. The dude was making $26 million a year. So why in God's name would a guy like that put everything at risk when the possibility of a federal indictment was about to blow up in his face? Well, according to reports, Terry Rozier was hit with an $8 million tax lien in November of 2023. This tax lien apparently was issued after he was unable to pay $271,000 for construction costs on his house in April of 2022. The FBI investigation into Terry Rozier and his part in the NBA gambling scandal took place between December of 2022 and March of 2024. So how come a guy making $26 million a year couldn't pay off a $271,000 construction project on his home? Gee, I don't know. Maybe it might have something to do with a gambling problem. And what do problem gamblers often do to fix their gambling problems? They gamble more. And when that doesn't work out, they sometimes take even bigger risks, like taking themselves out of basketball games and affecting the outcomes of shady prop bets. You see, folks, there's always a reason why people do what they do. In this case, Terry Rozier has a problem. And unfortunately, the 2015 Boston Celtics #1 draft pick has taken those problems, beaten them to death with additional problems. Problems that are far worse than the problems that he started off with, especially since I don't see a contract extension popping up in this guy's future. I do see jail time, and that's a pretty big gamble, too. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, you got a good winter coat? Well, your deck could use a good winter coat, too. Go to Rocky's for Cabot Deck Stain. You know, the good stuff. A good deck, right? That's what you really need. Cabot Wood Stains. Been around for over 140 years, and that you'll find it at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102. Springfield's Classic.
102 Springfield's Classic Rock at 6:13, and Stevie Nicks of Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be, and I will tell you in 1 second. It's going to be cloudy and then a high of 53. Tomorrow, rain with a high of 56. It's 44 right now in downtown Springfield.
Marty Caproni will be joining us in a little bit. We'll be talking about, among other things, a comedy show for $20 where you get a dinner with a bunch of meatballs and dinner rolls.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good damn time, and there's going to be a costume contest to go along with it. How about that?
Yeah, that's what you need. Need more themes.
How spooky can you get?
No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
Anyhow, so he's coming up in just a little bit.
Have you seen this 3-eye atlas? This thing that's supposed to.
I was reading about it. I was listening to a podcast about it, and it seems to have everybody kind of bamboozled what the hell this damn thing is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like a regular asteroid or comet. There was a couple of times where the thing disappeared and then reappeared.
Yeah.
And in a different direction, and it's
it's this thing floating around in space that's about the size of Manhattan. And there are some things about it that I don't fully understand that separate it from just a piece of rock that's floating in space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's something. And years ago, this guy discovered that it was out there, and people said, nah, it's just a rock. It's not going to cause any problems. It's nothing to worry about. But now they're starting to look at it again. They say, hey, you know what? That thing's acting weird.
Well, it's coming close now, and then in like 2030, it's supposed to come back and maybe hit the Earth at some, even like pieces of it.
Yeah. You know the thing about science, though? When you think about it, even the best science is often wrong because that's what science is. The latest science proves old theories to be wrong and false.
Yeah.
So, when this guy discovers that it's out there and everyone kind of poo-poos it away, now they discovered, maybe that guy had a point.
Yeah.
It's like, science always evolves, and there's no 100% surety about whatever might be out there, but they thinking it might be something alien, not just junk.
Yeah. Here's a little bit more positive story on that.
Sure.
Versus the destruction of the Earth. The fate of the world could rest on Atlas's shoulders. Contrary to allegations that the 31, is it 31? I thought it was 3I. 31 Atlas, I guess, is potentially hostile alien tech. The Manhattan-sized comet could provide potentially Earth-saving intel. Researchers claim that a NASA-backed campaign to track the interstellar object zipping through our solar system could help us monitor other hazardous objects in the future. From November 27th through November 27th this year through January 27th of 2026, when the 31 Atlas is slated to depart our solar system, the International Asteroid Warning Network will be conducting a comet campaign to refine methods for pinpointing its location. So they're actually getting more information on how to track these things better, as this thing is probably the closest thing that has come to the Earth in a very, very long time.
Well, we get hit by meteorites all the time.
Of this size.
Yeah, this is a pretty big one. This would cause this would probably leave a mark if it hit us.
Size of Manhattan. What is that? 12 miles long and 2 miles wide?
It's big enough to cause a dent.
Yeah. Which shouldn't be that bad.
Just buff it out. Rub a little dirt on it.
Along with, rub a little dirt on it. Along with predicting the orbit, the so-called Worldwide Coalition of Space Experts will hold a workshop on techniques to correctly measure comet astrometry. Astrometry, I guess it is.
Sure.
A transformation without a charge to a figure's shape or size, such as rotation or reflection. This will reportedly help from the blueprint for how we monitor comets and other asteroids that may pose a threat to our planet. So, something dangerous could actually be helpful to humans.
Well, let's say, for example, that this is in fact an alien craft. I'm just throwing stuff out there, spitballing, whatever sticks to the wall, you never know. There's stuff we could learn from that.
Yeah.
Like propulsion systems, fuel situations. Could change the entire world's economy if you're looking at it the right way. But on the other hand, it could just be a different kind of rock that that we've never seen before. You've got your pumice stones, you've got your pebbles, you've got your flat rocks you can skip on a pond.
I think I'm pretty much like everybody else, and like don't really. We're all still discovering things that are out there.
Sure.
But it seems like, there's this common knowledge of like, that's just the way it is. We're just floating on this rock in the middle of space, and one day we'll get hit by a comet, but not today. That kind of thing. I
think what I find when I think about these amazing discoveries, and you see them on the TikToks and all over the internet and stuff. When I learn about stuff like this, I oftentimes ask myself, what's for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
How's my hot water heater working?
Yeah.
Should I order more pellets for my pellet stove?
Will my car start tomorrow when I get in it?
Yeah. What's the name of Chris Evans' baby? Those are the kinds of questions I ask.
That should have been revealed, and it wasn't.
I had to look it up on the internet.
We know more information about this asteroid than we do about Chris Evans' baby. Chris Evans' baby name.
I know, but we don't know anything about this whole asteroid thingy-mabob.
It could be aliens. Who's to say? I'm not any kind of alien expert. Although you talk about the TikToks and the videos, because I've seen a lot of videos about this thing, but I've also seen videos about this theory of quantum immortality. Did you ever hear about this thing?
Yes, a little bit.
It's basically you're living forever because of your subconscious,
right?
And you just keep jumping time. You may have died several times.
Sure.
And you ever wake up and realize, hey, wow, everything seems different today. It's because you may have died and now you've jumped timelines.
Sure.
Yeah.
There are, multiple dimensions that we live in, and because we are made primarily of energy.
Yeah.
And any scientist will tell you can't just kill
Destroy
off energy.
Yeah.
Energy just exists.
Yeah.
And basically what we are, we're just living in containers. Our bodies are nothing more than containers of energy.
I mean,
and we like you say, we skip from one container to the next. There is no death. It's just a continuum.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not buying into a conspiracy theory, but it is very interesting to kind of it's sci-fi type of stuff. Like that would be kind of cool. You jump timelines. How many times have you died?
In the last week, I'd say 4. But you know what? Again, when I go down these rabbit holes and I think about all the things that this means, on so many different levels, scientifically, spiritually, physiologically, I find myself asking questions like, how much milk do we have left? Do I need to go to the ATM today? How much is gas going to cost me?
Yeah,
this
I
week?
know.
Those are the
normal questions that you have.
Those are the questions that are more burning to me than, hey, once I die, what happens next?
Listen, if it comes down to it and something's going to hit the earth, let it hit right here.
Like right in your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there for the aftermath of that. Would you want? I mean, you've seen the movies before. You see what a kind of rat race it is after everybody dies and there's a few people left.
After Charlton Heston found the Statue of Liberty on the beach during Planet of the Apes, I thought, okay, hey, well, this is crazy.
It was Earth all alone,
and he never knew.
And those damn dirty apes.
And they were talking.
Yeah.
And wearing little outfits.
Kind of like what we have here today.
It's not that much different.
I believe it's called the Senate and Congress. Talking monkeys.
Well, they're innocent primates.
Yeah. No, they're not innocent primates. They're a bunch of... Yeah, anyway.
It's 6:22 at Rock 102.
Hey, Westside.
Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:27 and Sublime with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam's got the full forecast for you.
Hey, this week on Baxi's Musical Podcast, my guest has been internationally acclaimed singer Azam Ali. This is a woman whose voice is absolutely unbelievable. Her 14th solo album is about to come out in a couple of weeks. She's won Juno Awards, Hollywood Music Awards. An amazing story of her leaving her native Iran at the age of 4 as a political refugee and going to India and eventually locating here in the United States. Incredible story. You can hear that on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, the Rock 102 YouTube channel, and on the Rock 102 app. Next week, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer John McPhee of the Doobie Brothers. He's been playing with the Doobie Brothers for
Doobie Brothers?
Nearly 50 years. But the reason I'm talking to him is back in the 90s, he was in a band with his Doobie Brothers bandmate Keith Knutson, the drummer, and Stu Cook from Creedence. They had a band together called Jackdog. They recorded one album, and for whatever reason, not because the album was bad, but actually the album was really, really good, it got shelved for like 19 years before it was finally released. It's now getting a re-release, and it's a pretty cool story. And this is a guy who's not only played with the Doobie Brothers, he's played with Van Morrison, Elvis Costello, Chicago, Steve Miller, a million different other people. Great conversation. That's coming up on Monday. All brought to you by Metro Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at Chicopee and Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
I hope you took the opportunity to say, now which doobie you be?
See, I would have done that, except he wasn't on that episode. That was back when he was the guy that replaced Jeff Skunk Baxter.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that.
Think about what you just said there.
Yes.
He wasn't on that episode because that show is older than 50 years old.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
correct. That's scary.
I know.
Yeah.
And yet, I even remembered the episode because I saw it live.
Would you like to laugh before you croak?
Yeah. Yeah, a little rip.
There you go.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you,
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's Classic Rock.
A just married man takes his wife on their honeymoon.
Yes.
He's a young man, late 20s, slim, considered very good looking by many, right?
Okay.
His new bride, mid-50s, overweight, not a looker at all, right? The first morning, he comes down to the front desk and he says he's going out fishing and if they could call a doctor for his wife.
Okay.
And the host says, well, what's the problem? And he goes, gonorrhea or syphilis. And then he leaves. Right. The next morning he comes down and he says he'll be out fishing again, but the doctor can the doctor come again and send more toilet paper? Right.
Oh my God.
And his host says, is everything okay? And he goes, yeah, chronic diarrhea. Then just walks out the door. The next morning at the desk, the man asks for the doctor, toilet paper, and a dentist. She has a bad mouth infection, and he says he's off fishing again. Right? The host looks at him and says, listen, sir, it's not really none of my business, but your wife has gonorrhea, syphilis, diarrhea, a mouth infection, and is overweight and old. Why did you marry her? And he goes, well, I know all of that, but she also has worms, and I love fishing.
Oh, my God, that's disgusting. That is the grossest joke ever.
Well, close to the grossest joke ever.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102.
6:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax.
You're welcome, Steve.
Monarch Enterprises has unveiled a proposal to construct a new Justice Center for the city of Springfield. The firm, led by Principal Paul Picknelly, he's a principal?
He's a principal player.
Oh. I didn't know he ran a school.
No, he doesn't run a school, but he could buy one.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
He says it will honor the city's history while reinforcing its civic and economic future. This project is about designing a courthouse that works for everybody, the proposal states. It keeps justice in Springfield's historic center, supports existing downtown businesses, and builds a civic landmark that reflects the values and pride of this community. The development team includes several well-known firms across Massachusetts and New England. The courthouse would be designed by Feingold Alexander Architects of Boston, a nationally recognized woman-owned firm with extensive experience in judicial facilities. Feingold Alexander has designed more than a dozen courthouses.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Including the Cornelius Kiernan Judicial Center in Lowell. And if Lowell could get a nice courthouse, then we certainly can get a nice one, too.
You know, as crummy as Lowell is, and there are parts of Lowell that are absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
They got some nice things going on there architecturally.
Yeah. They also designed the Fall River Trial Courthouse.
You know, as much of a dump as Fall River is, and it is, they've got some pretty nice architecture over there.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Actually do. It's it's a historical neighborhood, right?
Well,
with all the Lizzie Borden thing and all
well,
that
there's Lizzie
stuff.
Borden, but the
Lowell
submarine
and all. Is there a submarine or is it a ship or something?
It's the USS Constitution.
Yeah,
is over there. Yeah, sure. You could take a tour.
Yeah,
actually, pretty interesting tour.
Yeah, and then get mugged on the way out.
Yeah, that's the risk you take. But on the other hand, you get to learn a lot about warships.
The proposed design features a 2-story translucent glass art wall, a tribute to Springfield's legacy as City of Firsts, and aims to create a transparent, welcoming public space that reduces visitor stress and reflects civic pride.
I always thought that it would be a great idea to see justice happen from the street.
Yeah.
Just look through the window. You can see actual trials going on. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. You know, like that hotel in New York where they were making all those adult films and people were looking up at the tower and seeing them film. It was like this. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was a building that was an apartment building, but had all these open windows, and there was some guy who was making dirty films in there, and he wasn't closing the curtains.
Right.
So people were like standing on the street looking up with little binoculars, zooming in on their phones.
Isn't it the ballpark in Toronto where there's like a hotel that was attached to it, and there was a couple staying at the hotel getting all busy and stuff while there was a Blue Jays game going on.
Yeah.
You ever hear that story?
No.
Yeah, apparently that happened. And they were getting all crazy up in there.
Well, why you walking funny, honey? It's because I just had 4 balls. That's why.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be kind of interesting to kind of treat like the new courthouse very much like the studio on the Today Show.
Yeah.
You can just like walk by, watch trials, watch guys get convicted. How fun would that be?
Yeah. For construction management, Monarch has assembled a joint venture between Fontaine Brothers and Dimeo Construction Companies. Fontaine Brothers, a Springfield-based firm with more than 90 years of experience, has completed major projects such as the Mass Mutual Center, 95 State Street, and the restoration of Symphony Hall. Dimeo Construction has led numerous courthouse projects statewide, including the Edward Brooke Courthouse in Boston.
Okay.
Maybe you've seen my work before. Oh, where have you? Fall River, Lowell, Boston. West Mass Area Development Corporation has been tapped as the property manager. But there was another story here. I guess that was on Mass Live. It's the 2 Picknelly brothers going at it.
Peter and Paul?
Yeah. Well, one's robbing Peter to pay Paul.
They're not robbing each other.
Nobody's robbing Paul to pay Peter?
No, please. Listen, the two of them have been in competition before for properties. You may remember back in the day when we were still submitting proposals for casinos. Paul was for the MGM site, and Peter was for Penn Gaming on the north end of town. And they had to submit their proposals, and the MGM won out at the end of the day. It's just simple sibling rivalry. That's all it is.
That's all it is. Just friendly jabs between brothers.
I'm sure you and your brother have the same kind of rivalry from time to time.
My brother and I would never be able to run a business.
Well, because you're broke.
Yeah. Well, we're broke and just differences in opinion.
But you could run competing businesses if you chose.
Yeah, what business would I run and what business would he run?
It's nobody's business.
That's right. That's what it's called. Mind Your Beeswax is the name of the business.
I love that idea.
Sheffield police. You know where Sheffield is, right?
Sure.
Are investigating after a shooting threat was reported at a Berkshire school on Monday. The Sheffield Police Department, like one guy,
stated, and even he's part-time.
Stated in a news release that approximately 1:29 p.m. on Monday, officers received a report that someone had called Berkshire School and was threatening to shoot up the school. The school was immediately placed into lockdown following the threat. Sheffield police were assisted by officers from Great Barrington, Egremont, New Marlborough, and Mass State Police. You need at least a team of 6.
That's probably, which, by the way, cleared out the rest of those towns.
Right, to perform a full sweep of the school campus, during which time no threats were located. Based on current evidence, police stated this was likely a swatting incident and that there is no danger to the school or public. Law enforcement is continuing to investigate the threat. Though that idea of that swatting thing is scary because these cops are taking emergency calls. They feel that because somebody reported that there's somebody with a gun or whatever, then they gear up and they go and they surround the place.
They got to investigate.
And somebody who's unsuspecting of that might get hurt because of that.
It's unfortunately true.
It's crazy.
I agree.
And the worst part is you can never find these people because they're like using an internet,
or a burner
IP
phone or
something like that. Yeah. Well, I guess I wonder how does that work when you're using a burner phone when you call 911? Are you fake? You must be fooling 911 too.
Well, I don't really know how it all works. I've just seen it on TV, and that's good enough for me.
Is it?
Usually.
Several parents from the Springfield International Charter School contacted Western Mass Newsroom about a theft following last Friday's football game between Springfield International Charter and Frontier Regional. The game was held at Frontier Regional's campus in South Deerfield, where parents of Springfield International Charter School students say that their athletes put their personal belongings in the girls' locker room on campus. After the game was over and students went to retrieve their things, multiple people were allegedly missing personal items they had brought with them. Frontier Regional has confirmed that the Deerfield Police Department is actively investigating the alleged thefts. They provided Western Mass News with the district superintendent's statement that was sent to families yesterday. It reads in part, "This incident is deeply disappointing and does not reflect the values or character of Frontier School or as a community. The Deerfield Police is actively investigating the incident, and we are fully cooperating to support their work." Frontier also says they're reviewing their own procedures to ensure stronger security measures at future events. It's probably one of those things where, things like this don't usually happen in a town like that.
Right.
But that's the time that it does happen because nobody's watching the watchers. So you got this whole open locker room and nobody's on campus and it's a small school.
But now you got to get a guy to watch what's going on there.
You got to get a guy.
You got to get a guy. And, it only takes like one or two dopes to screw it up for everybody. So now, they got to spend the money to have a guy watching the locker room, making sure no one's walking out there with a whole bunch of stuff that's not theirs.
Yeah.
I can't support these kinds of situations. Leave everybody else's stuff alone and watch the game like everybody else.
Yeah, can't you just mind your own beeswax?
Yes.
Yeah.
The P's and Q's, mind both of them.
Here's some devastating news. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Friendly's revealed what led to the nostalgic New England chain to recently close another Massachusetts location. After 38 years, the Friendly's in Pembroke is closed. After careful consideration and market evaluations, a spokesman for the franchise told Mass Live on Tuesday, we are deeply grateful for the unwavering support from the Camp Hill community over the past 38 years. Our loyal customers have been the cornerstone of our success, and for this, we extend our heartfelt gratitude.
And that is why we have rewarded them for so many years with great service.
Do you think the day they closed the restaurant, the bell went off and the fish-a-majig was done?
You know, I know that they have closed some Friendly's locations and didn't bother to tell anybody who were still waiting for their check to arrive.
Yeah.
They're still in there.
They're still there.
They're still in there waiting for their Friendly's check for their fribbles.
They've been there since the Iranian hostages were taken in back in the late 70s there.
Some very hungry people in that place.
Friendly's has lost 90% of its locations in recent years, according to Eat This, Not That. That's where they got their stat from. Couldn't you just look around and go, 90% of these buildings are closed?
You know, I mean, it's unfortunate, but the problem is Friendly's has had a history, a long-standing history of impossibly slow service. It's never been about whether the food is good or the ice cream is good. That's not really been the issue. The issue is it shouldn't take you 30 to 45 minutes to wait for your check after eating a meal.
And that's what I never understood about that place. Why it took so long at every location. There was never like a prompt. And then even when they changed the business model, many
10 times at least.
But the one time where they were like, okay, we're just going to have all these like quick foods, and they put in drive-thrus. They put in the drive-thru at the one at the Pike in Westfield.
Yeah.
And it's basically ready-made food. Yet still, somehow, after the food was already prepped sitting under a heat lamp that they're basically just throwing onto a plate, still took a half an hour to come out.
There are probably, and I'm just guessing here, probably 5 million restaurants in the United States. Probably a hell of a lot more. Most of them have figured out how to provide decent service. Decent service in which you are able to turn over tables.
Yeah.
Frequently, which is, kind of part of the business model. You want to turn over tables as quickly so that you can bring more people in and make more money. For whatever reason, and I don't know why, because it's every location. No matter where you go, every location, they've never been able to solve the equation. And it's
mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling.
Because it's like you have a product that most people enjoy, ice cream.
Yes.
That's like the one thing. There's plenty of other places, and like you just said, business restaurants that have figured how to do it.
Yes.
The guy, you go up to that Classic Burgers place in West Springfield.
Which was a former Friendly's.
Which is ironic, yet the food comes out a hell of a lot faster and much better than
and you're able to pay your bill in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
That's the thing I never understood. It's like, there have been times I've been to Friendly's, sometimes against my will, where I had the food and say, you know what? The food's pretty good. I'm not really having a problem with the food, and then it takes 45 minutes to get the bill, and then it's a reminder that this is the reason I don't come here very often.
That's the reason why.
And every time they've gone through this whole process of trying to figure out what's going on with our business, why do we have to close so many locations and put so many people out of work? Because you haven't figured out the most important part: getting people to pay and get out.
That's it. That's all you had 2 jobs. The rest plays out itself.
Give me my bill. Let me get out.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be cloudy with a high of 53. Tomorrow, rain, lots of it, high of 56. It's 43 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:52 in Queen with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Hang on, my headphones are tangled.
Well, then while you untangle, let me just tell you this. Football is back, and this Sunday, let's see, Coors Light and Rock 102 will give somebody a chance to win $5,000. That's a pretty good deal. Join Pat Kelly and the Rock 102 road crew at Tap Sports Bar at MGM this Sunday from noon to 2 as New England takes on Atlanta. If there's a safety in the first quarter, someone's going to win $5,000. $3,000. Plus, I know, right? Lots of other prizes from Coors Light and Rock 102. So come watch the game at Tap at MGM. You could win $5,000 with Pat and Coors Light from Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
Something happened here, and I don't understand how this wire got into a knot.
Got an unsolvable knot there?
I get it. I guess I get it now, but you ever wonder how that happens? Like, I didn't, put it through a loop or try to make it like one of those balloons at a carnival, like one of those people.
You're trying to make balloon animals or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how that got twisted like that. Look at that. How did that get twisted like that?
I don't know, and that's the problem with those cords. They get all jacked up like that, and you can never get it right.
But they're designed as a telephone cord, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to. Oh, there we go.
There we go. You got it
now. I think I got it now.
It's still all squirrely though, isn't it?
It's a little squirrely.
Yeah,
Speaking of squirrelies.
Yeah, Marty Caproni is in the studio. Good to hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
What's going on?
Not too much.
There's a $20 dinner and a comedy show going on at the Shortstop tomorrow.
There is. Yeah. There is. Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Costume contest.
Yeah, we're going to do costumes, we decided.
Top 3.
Yeah, top 3.
You guys should go as funny comedians. No one would ever expect that out of you. Zing, pow, to the moon.
Why don't you come up and do 5 minutes then?
Nah, I don't want to do that.
I'm so burned. I'm so burned and humiliated.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good. But, we'll have a good time tomorrow night.
Yeah. Why don't we get Bax to come out and do one of these things?
I want him to win the sluttiest Halloween costume contest.
Yeah, I want to go as a hot nun.
Go as Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie.
That would be. Yeah, I would look really good with that midriff bearing out. Yeah,
yeah.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Major Nelson, what's going on here?
Creativeness, sluttiness, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
we're gonna pick the top 3.
I think that's gonna be a fun time.
I think it will be, and it's all adult based, so we don't have to worry about offending anybody. You know,
well,
it's
I mean,
18
you can
plus.
try. I kind of want somebody to offend us. I'm looking for that. That should be one of the prizes. Most offensive, and then sexiest.
Think about this, though. I mean, as a comic, if you see someone and they walk into the Shortstop and they're wearing something that's just like say, I don't know, just throwing it out there, like a giant penis costume.
Yeah.
You telling me that guy's not a target for the rest of the show? You better sit in the back row there, buddy. The back row.
Years ago, we had the Rock 102 Halloween costume ball, or whatever it was. Was it what we used to call it? Scream-a-ween, or
the Hellabration. The
Hellabration. That's what it was.
Scream-a-ween.
Yeah, Scream-a-ween sounds good. Ooh, it's the Scream-a-ween. No, Hellabration is what it was, and it was at I can't remember the name of the bar now. It's in Florence. And it
Silk
was
City Tap Room.
Silk City Tap Room.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And there was a guy there who it wouldn't have been my choice as a costume. He
already I know it's offensive.
And I'm not going to get into details, but he was dressed as a feminine product.
Okay. Like maybe he was manufactured in Three Rivers?
Well,
was he dressed as a purse?
Yeah.
No, it was something you'd find after. It was gross. It was disgusting, is what he's dressed as.
I'm having fun guessing this. Do we keep guessing?
Anyway, the story is
he got mad because he couldn't win the contest, and we're like, dude, I know it's sort of creative, but there was a guy with a Lego costume. He won. The guy put it all together. This guy just took a bunch of cotton and wrapped it around himself and sprayed himself with paint, and it was pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
And he was mad that he couldn't be part of.
He wasted all that cotton paint.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Just the materials alone had to cost them.
So I don't know how necessarily. We're not inviting disgusting things.
I think so.
You think that would sell more tickets? I guess we could.
That's what I'm saying. If you got something offensive or disgusting.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
Risque. Well, I will take the risque.
Well, this is the type of year where there's always the ladies who have been going to the gym all summer long that have the crazy figures that want to wear something, or the dudes, that are all jacked up and they're looking for one last reason to not wear a shirt in public.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tomorrow night might be it.
Tomorrow night, this is your last chance.
Perfect.
You know what? We can talk more about this after 7 o'clock, but we'll talk about trick or treating.
Oh yeah, you guys do that?
The point being that it still goes on in some places, but not everywhere because there's so many different parties that they have for these kids, like every weekend. And we'll talk about more about it after 7 o'clock.
It's just about 6:59 on Rock 102.
It's back.
Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Outdoor Power Headquarters, Steel, Ego, Craftsman, Toro, DeWalt.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, early this month, the NCAA decided it would be a fantastic idea to allow college athletes the opportunity to participate in sports gambling. Are you kidding me? It's about time. Sure, why not? After all, what could possibly go wrong with a 19-year-old kid spending his well-earned name, image, and likeness money on point spreads and money lines? Of course, the NCAA is a rule-heavy organization that claimed that these youngsters could gamble just as long as it was relegated to placing bets on professional sports only. Because you see, if you allowed a student-athlete to gamble on collegiate sports as well, there might be a chance of some problems. Yesterday, just a few short days after the NBA became embroiled in a gambling scandal that resulted in dozens of federal indictments, the NCAA decided, hey, you know what? Maybe we should slow down here a bit and reconsider our position. You see, the new rule change was set to begin on November 1st. That would have been Saturday. What happens on Saturday? Nearly every college football game in America. Suddenly, the NCAA decided that perhaps they should delay things for another 21 days, or before putting anything crazy into place. Essentially, the NCAA is choosing to initiate a rule that allows each Division I school to rescind any proposal if it's adopted by less than 75% of the vote. The new November 22nd deadline comes just 1 day shy of the official deadline that would have made rescinding the sports gambling rule officially official. Based upon what we know now, the numerous nefarious entities involved in the coercion of potential gambling irregularities, I would say perhaps the delay is a really swell idea. You see, when I was a college-age youngster, I had no working understanding of what financial responsibility was like. How you could break the laws with it. I would face any consequence, nor would I face any consequences for my actions. Believe me, if there was a way for a kid to be duped into illegally betting on college sports, he will find a way. Because that's what kids between the ages of 18 and 22 often do. And will, unless they change a few more rules. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, the Milwaukee 14-in-1 ratcheting multi-bit screwdriver. It's a hell of a thing to have in your toolbox. $20 at Rocky's. It's the Milwaukee 20-buck tool sale. Milwaukee pliers, sawzall blades, and more. $20 at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102.
Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7-11 and the great Eddie Money on Rock 102.
Well, now we got to go back to talking about other stuff.
Yeah,
it's going to be cloudy today with a high of 53. Rainy tomorrow with a high of rainy tomorrow, which is a perfect night to go out to a $20 dinner and a comedy show.
Very much so is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this week is going to be a little bit of a theme since Halloween is this week.
That's right. We're going to give the prizes out for best costumes. And, we're not saying you have to wear a sexy costume or an offensive one, but that might be what the prizes are for. We'll see.
And even if, 3 people show up dressed, those 3 people will be winners.
Yeah, your odds are pretty good.
I guess so.
But I wanted to talk about Halloween, though, because obviously Halloween is this Friday. And, you found it.
I found it.
Where was it?
Right where we left it.
I thought you said it was gone. I thought you said Coombs took it with him to Milwaukee.
I thought he did, but then I found it.
That was just the music playing as he left the building.
No, that was a celebratory hymn.
True. But either way, talking about Halloween and the trick-or-treating thing. And trick-or-treating has kind of waned in the last 15 years or so. And a lot of it comes from these parties that last weekend, there was so many parties around the area for kids to go and get candy, the trunk or treats. They have a lot of these communities have the trunk or treats, which, by the way, years ago when I heard of this for the first time, it was at a Palmer. They were doing trunk or treat.
Yeah.
And the joke was like, oh, yeah, let's just put them all together in one parking lot and,
That happened during
hey,
COVID.
get some candy out of my car
Yeah.
kind of thing. But now it's become this, like, mainstream thing where all of these towns have these little Halloween parties and stuff. It's like, how much candy can there possibly be to spread out among these kids?
I don't like it. I like the old school. You walk around, see your neighbors, whatever. I will say, however, that I have become the neighbor now who goes dark on Halloween.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you why. Because before everyone judges me and gets... I adopted and didn't shop and rescued a dog, and he's like a mostly German Shepherd type, Belgian Malinois. So he loses his mind when anyone goes near the house.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then you got to, like, he thinks someone's attacking the house. So.
That's a good dog.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's an awesome dog, but he is super protective. That's his job. He knows it. It's like in his DNA. So you worry about one of the kids getting bitten or something, you know? So that's
See, my dog.
That's a safety concern. That's reasonable.
I go dark because nobody comes to my house.
Yeah, well, you live out in there's like probably 3 kids in all of Huntington, right? So you don't have to worry about it.
A couple of years ago, the kids were at like some other trick or treating with their friends or whatever, and I went home for a little bit. And as I got home, somebody pulls in the driveway, and it was these folks that I knew, and they were bringing their kid around to go trick or treating, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have any candy, so I gave the kid a pack of ramen noodles because that's all I had. Hey, it's still a treat.
Yeah, if you're an older trick-or-treater, I'd rather have the ramen noodles,
Yeah,
frankly.
what kid doesn't love ramen noodles?
So in my neighborhood, and I don't want to say my exact address, but I will say...
What is your exact address?
259 Main Street. Anyway, my point is this. I live in a street that that almost gets no traffic on Halloween at all, except for the grandkids of a woman that we both know lives like a couple of doors down. And that's about it. That's all that comes. So we kind of go dark and finish our bag of candy just between the two of us, and that's perfectly reasonable.
Nice. Yeah.
But years ago, I lived on another street which got no traffic, but the street behind us got all kinds of traffic. So what would happen is my kids would go out trick-or-treating, and in this neighborhood where everybody in the neighborhood refused to give away fun-sized candy bars. They were all full size.
See, that's like paradise right there.
That was, if I were a kid, man, and I was like trying to get diabetes, that would be the one place I'd want to be every single year. And it was great. That was the way to go. But now that I'm a little bit older, I'm pretty good with like the 2 or 3 kids that come, and then we get to finish the rest of the candy we bought.
See, that's nice. We just the other thing with my neighborhood too is there's no sidewalks. So that's the other thing. So then the debate becomes on Halloween. You can't really go anywhere. Like I used to walk my daughter in the neighborhood when she was little. We used to go through, but now you're taking your life into your hands because the kids are wearing dark costumes. There's no street lights.
Right.
There's no sidewalks. So now it's nerve-wracking even to go like to the store or go do something because you don't want to hit a kid that's in the street. And the only kids left really in our neighborhood, like most of them, are an influx of kids from Springfield that is not too far from where I live.
Right.
So then you get that's a whole other thing. But my whole street has kind of gone dark except for 2 or 3 houses where it used to be. I mean, it was a fun thing. The whole street was lit up. It was great,
I think the times have changed. I mean, there are some towns around America where they do the trick-or-treating like in the daytime.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like on a Saturday afternoon. It's like, that completely defeats the whole purpose.
Kills the whole day, too.
It's a total buzzkill.
Yeah. I just, I feel bad for the kids nowadays. Remember when we were kids, the only thing you had to worry about was you did all your candy and you came home and then your dad would spill it out on the table and be like, I've got to look for razor blades.
Yeah. You got to test the candy to make sure there's no poison in it.
And then he'd go through most of the good candy, you know?
Yeah, right.
Took about 3 or 4 Halloweens till you figure out, like, I'm not going to put the good candy in the same bag. I'm going to keep it off to the side because my dad's going to eat it.
Give him the disgusting stuff. Yeah. Like Bit of Honeys. Or,
awful.
Bit of Honeys, Smarties. I don't like those.
Bit of Honeys, you should get punched right in the face if you give that to a kid.
To me, a Smartie is more like an appetizer, like a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go between like one candy bar, couple Smarties, then you're ready for the next one.
It's a little too chalky.
Yeah, but see, I think you need that to break up the chocolate. You can't go Baby Ruth, M&M, Baby Ruth, Reese's Pieces, You gotta have a
the
cleanser.
palate.
You gotta have a Smartie or a bottle cap.
Now, adults usually have like alcoholic beverages to cleanse the palate.
Also fun.
Right.
Oh, there was a guy in Huntington who used to give out nips on his front. He doesn't live there anymore, but he used to give out nips for the adults. For the adults. He wouldn't give it out to the kids, but he would. If you were an adult, you're like, hey, Mom and Dad, come on over here. And
we had 2 of those in our neighborhood. That was fun. You'd go and you'd get a beer from the garage while your kid's at the door.
Well, that's interesting because a friend of mine lived on the street behind me. You know, he and I would sit on his porch, and we wouldn't even share our booze.
No, that's
we
nice.
hoard it all for ourselves in the most selfish ways possible.
And this was going back like probably 10 years ago when the kids were little.
Yeah.
And the guy, and it was the time. Now everything is like $1, but these were like the cheapest nips you could possibly buy. They're like 79 cents or whatever on the whatever Dr.
They weren't even like the real schnapps. It was like the imitation instead of like Dr. Kippers. It was Dr. Kippy.
Yeah, and then there was a couple of people who would make Jello shots for the adults, hot cider, alcohol cider, and all that stuff. Meanwhile, at least it's safe. You're walking around just getting crocked while your kid's going up and doing trick or treat. There's nothing like a good old American pastime like drinking like that.
They should do that. Like if you live in like one of these complexes where it's all like young professionals and stuff, they should do like trick or treating for adults where they just all hand out different booze and see how fun.
That would be great. That'd be fun. I've always questioned the people that think in their mind, rather than give out candy, we're going to give out healthy snacks this year, like fruit and bowls of salad and boba drinks. I mean, like
sun chips.
Yeah, I just want to haul off and toilet paper that house in the big and used.
And then you always get the weird like old lady that does like Rice Krispie treats herself and tries to hand them out to you. You're like, well, lady, what are you, nuts? You think you're going to give this to my kid?
At least that's something. I mean,
now in today's world with edibles and all this stuff with the weed edibles, I'm happy I'm not trick-or-treat with my kid. You know what I mean?
But how many times have you heard of oh my God, somebody poisoned the candy?
Yeah, who's going to waste it?
It turned out to be not even real.
Yeah. No, well, I'm just thinking who's going to waste their weed gummies on kids because they're expensive.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You bring up that's the reason not to do it. Forget the fact it's against the law and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Forget about that.
Right.
Yeah, if you have that idea that you want to get a bunch of kids high coming to your door at trick or treat, you probably don't have the money to afford
perhaps you should go dark.
Yeah, this may seem politically incorrect to say, but just strictly academic, hilarious though.
Yeah. It is hilarious.
You're playing the Allman Brothers and just a bunch of stoned kids walking out here.
How come the kid's not eating any candy? Mom, I just want to chill out, man. That's it.
Yeah. Relax. What does this costume even mean?
Why did this kid come over and put on Dark Side of the Moon and watch The Wizard of Oz? Why is he sitting there eating all those Baby Ruths? How many Baby Ruths is that for you? Like 6 Baby Ruths?
It's 7:22 with Bax and Nagle at Rock 102.
Rock 102 and the Springfield Thunderbirds want to hook you up with slap shots and shish kebabs. You could score a $100 gift certificate to
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock at 7:28, and the Beatles with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
That's what she said. Come together. All right.
Giggity.
All right.
Yes. Anyway, just want to quickly mention here that Iron Maiden is bringing their Run to Your Lives tour to the TD Garden on September 9th at Rock 102. That's right.
Maiden!
Run for your lives. Anyway, you have to tune into Pat Kelly to win those tickets. So there's good news and bad news. The good news is Iron Maiden's coming to the area. To the TD Garden. The bad news, Pat Kelly's the one giving you the tickets.
Yeah.
The show details, go to rock102.com/concerts from Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
You got to listen to that hack.
I know.
I like Pat.
We kid because we love.
Yes.
The whole 6'7" thing,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And I saw this meme yesterday. How annoying it is for all these kids to be saying 6'7", but then the meme was like, I also remember back in the 90s how many people were doing, I am Cornholio. I have TP for your butthole.
And yet it still makes us laugh.
It's an old McGoody.
So 30 years from now, 6'7" will be like a retro thing.
I don't even know what the 6'7" thing is.
It's
doesn't mean
nothing. It
anything.
doesn't mean anything. It's just one of these memes that popped up, and all these kids say it now. It has no meaning whatsoever.
Yeah. Once your kid goes off to college, you're totally out of touch with all this stuff. You don't.
I think you were pretty much out of touch with it even when your kid
I
was
tried.
in high
I
school
tried
because
to be.
you can't understand it. It's not like I didn't understand it either. It just took me a while to figure out what does this mean, and it turns out it's nothing.
Do you remember the 80s for a good year there? I forget what the year was, but the big thing was being like, you're cool. Not.
Yeah, I know.
That was a Wayne's World thing.
Yeah. Well, it became like but that was like a thing.
It was like the old insult switcheroo is what
Yeah.
that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. We got news coming up next on Rock 102.
Here's your
7:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Aquapump, an expert in all water supply systems from the well to the pump and into the house. Is local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. We have more details on the story we brought you yesterday. I just feel like being a professional news service every once in a while.
Go on.
A midday gun call led Holyoke police during a drug bust on Friday, where officers seized hundreds of crack rocks, heroin laced with fentanyl, and more than $4,000 in cash. Quite the cachet of items. It's 19-year-old Aideen Santana and 52-year-old Vincent Torres, both of Holyoke, were charged with drug possession with intent to distribute, conspiracy to violate drug laws, drug possession, and trespassing. Holyoke Police Chief Brian Keenan on social media said that officers went to Hamilton Street around 12:40 p.m. on Friday after someone reported a gun. Officers followed the suspect into an alley near 542 Bridge Street, where they found Santana wearing 2 cross-body bags. You could also hear Santana here on Rock 102 each and every day. Yeah. Another man, later identified as Torres, was also there. According to Keenan, police said police held Santana while they investigated. They didn't find a gun, but inside one of his bags, they found 250 vials of suspected crack cocaine, 300 bags of suspected heroin mixed with fentanyl, and $3,868, all to be won here on the Holyoke Price is Right.
I'd like to plea a cop a plea for time served.
Santana, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Brought to you by Rosseroni, the San Francisco treat.
I don't understand. They arrested him just for having a rock collection?
It was crack rocks.
Oh,
yeah, that's
different.
Yeah, that is
tough.
When officers searched Torres in the area around him, they found $744. He was the non-showcase winner.
I'm not to cause any problems here, but is anyone else pointing out the fact that here's a 50-year-old man hanging out with a 19-year-old guy to do business?
Yeah, that's a weird thing, huh?
Not only that, I'm looking at the picture here of all the stuff they got. You got the heroin, you got the fentanyl, you got the crack rocks and all that stuff and the money. And then a Spider-Man backpack, like a kid's Spider-Man backpack.
Could be the 50-year-old's backpack, though. You never know. You never know.
You see
Don't
it?
judge.
It keeps you young. Listen,
my
the
Spidey
drug
sense
dealing keeps you young.
my Spidey sense is going off. I believe the cops are right around the corner to arrest us.
Because that's why you want your answer. That's why you do business with a 19-year-old. Keeps you young and whimsical.
Yeah.
That's it. I love hanging with the kids. I find it so youthful.
Yeah, I would
sling a little. You can't sling a little rock dressed up as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle who's having fun. Come on, it's Halloween.
I mean, if you think about it, whether you're 19 or you're 52, whoever's wearing the Spider-Man backpack, you're drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you might be better off with like a JanSport backpack.
But are you though? I mean, is it possible that there could be a drug deal going on, but the only thing that you notice is the Spider-Man backpack? Like you're driving around, not even looking for a drug deal, but you say, "Hey, look at that guy in the Spider-Man backpack," not even realizing what he's doing with that thing and what might be in it.
I don't know. What's in the Spider-Man backpack?
I mean, it's Holyoke. I'd probably just give the kid candy thinking he was trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the candy. Here's a bag of rocks.
Pop rocks.
Pop rocks.
Let's see. I believe when he was wearing the Spider-Man backpack, his Uncle Ben told him, with great fentanyl and heroin comes great responsibility.
Christ.
And then he kissed a chick upside down in the rain.
I was wondering.
That's right. Lawyers for Aidan Kearney, the blogger known as Turtle Boy, are asking a judge to pull a special prosecutor to turn over evidence recently pulled from former Mass State Police Trooper Michael Proctor's phone. Mark Bedrow, a New York City-based lawyer representing Kearney, first requested the evidence from the special prosecutor in the case, retired Judge Robert Cosgrove, and the Norfolk prosecutor. But Cosgrove, according to Bedrow, refused to turn over evidence because Proctor didn't play an investigatory role in the Kearney case and wouldn't be called as a witness. This is the same guy that from the Mass State Police. We keep seeing that clip on Instagram. Leaky balloon knot.
It's one of my favorite clips. They make. Sorry, can you say that again?
Proctor, could you explain to the court what a leaky balloon knot is? And then he has to explain what a leaky balloon knot is.
Right. I give credit to the Turtle Boy guy's lawyers too. What a great. That's got to be fun after going through all that to be like, listen, we don't want to turn over his cell phone. He's got pictures of his wang on there. No. Please disclose those.
That was
the people's right to know.
That was the other thing. There were nude photos on there. He was apparently allegedly sending maybe D-pics. I don't know. I don't know for a fact, but
I think he puts a little hat on it, like the little police hat.
It is Halloween after all.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I told you last winter when the first snowfall, I went outside and I drew a penis in my driveway in the snow, like a big giant one. But then I had to get rid of it because I saw the Mass State Police helicopter coming over. I didn't want them thinking it was a barracks. Hey, it's right there! It's all good fun.
Yeah.
Until I get pulled over on 91 going home today. Yeah. Anyway, Mark Bedrow, a New York City-based lawyer representing Kearney, first request. Oh, we already talked about it. In a motion to compel production of the new evidence from Proctor's phone, Bedrow argues the information should be turned over because it could benefit Kearney's case. Under state and federal law, evidence that could benefit a defendant must be turned over. So he does have a pretty good legal team, what you just said.
Well, he does, and it sounds like they put him through the ringer there, so good for him.
I find it amusing that almost, I don't know, 5 out of 10 times I open Instagram, it's that clip of him going, leaky balloon knot. Because I'm waiting for, and what did Caitlin have to say about it?
Well, he must have something to say.
Well, last time I had a leaky balloon knot, I got a free CDL license and some appliances. And 3 hours of overtime. It didn't work.
Well, and that made it worth it in the end.
Oh, yeah. For 3 days, students at Longmeadow High School will be the focus of a study by UMass School of Engineering using a specialized van to show students the effects of driving under the influence. Through a public service endowment grant, they were able to partner with Close Community Coalition and Longmeadow Students Against Negative Decision Club to show teens how your senses are impacted while under the influence of THC, the main psychoactive compound of cannabis. Ooh. I was going to go to Longmeadow, but then I got high. With recreational cannabis use legalized after the 2016 election, it's understandable why some teens think it's okay to drive under the influence. UMass Amherst graduate research assistant Stephen Onuku said, I think teen drivers tend to believe that under the influence of cannabis, like they drive better. So we want to get the perception of how they feel about that so we can give them some surveys. And after that, we'd also like to give them some THC goggles that kind of show this, which I believe is like a virtual reality Pink Floyd concert.
They did this years ago in Longmeadow. They set up these trucks at the Longmeadow shop, so right across the street from high school. And it was not. This one was for alcohol. And I remember going down there, and it's a simulator, and you got to drive, with these goggles on. And to be quite honest with you, these goggles did kind of give you the sense that you may have been overserved. I mean, there was some realistic things about this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine, why do I have to spend all that money at a dispensary? Can't I just keep the goggles?
One of my most embarrassing parenting moments came. My daughter used to volunteer on the Hampden County Youth Advisory Board for the kids who were in schools and they had a educational thing at the Hall of Fame, and one of the things was they had cones all around, and you had a tricycle, and they put those goggles on you, and everyone's hitting everything or whatever, and my daughter's like, "What are you gonna try, Dad?" I'm like, "No problem." I don't think I hit a cone. I think I was like, she's like, why are you so good at that? I'm like, well, listen, not that your father knows anything about this. I'm just saying that, I went to college and
I know how to do this.
I spent what felt like 4 years with these goggles.
This is what I majored in college. This is my major.
Yeah.
I'm an expert at these goggles.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I had the real life experience, and now I'm just doing it for.
You know what they used to do? I mean, because back then you didn't have to worry, but they used to make a point. We had a kid who died in Chicopee of a drunk driving accident. It was tragic, and you know what shocked us into all not wanting to drink and drive? They took his car after he had died and plopped it right in the back. Right behind Chicopee High School, they plopped the car there, and you know what? Everyone got the message. Now you can't. Now you got to make it like a game, I guess.
Now you can't do it anymore. You got to make it you're right.
Make it fun.
I mean, that's a pretty
poignant reminder
of exactly what that kind of behavior could lead to.
Right. Like, to me, that was the most shocking kind of thing. The weed thing is interesting, though, how they have goggles that,
Well, I've tried the goggles with the drunk driving thing. They did that at Westfield State years ago.
No, you just close the one eye.
You just put your hand over one of your eyes as you're driving home. You don't even need these things. What are you talking about?
No, but the weed one's got to be weird, because then you put the goggles on and you're just like, I don't know what it is, but I'm hungry.
I actually, maybe we can contact the Longmeadow police and see if we can get
how fun would that be?
A test to see what these goggles look like. Because I've seen, I told you, years ago, the Westfield police came to Westfield State to show everybody you put the goggles on and then you're like walking diagonal sideways and all that stuff because you can't see in front of you. What is it like with the goggles for the THC? Are they different or is it exactly the same thing?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe we can ask Police Chief Robert Stock from Longmeadow. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today. It is going to be cloudy with a high of 53. Tomorrow, rain with a high of 56. It's 43 in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Go electric. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:51, and Blue Oyster Cult with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Cloudy today with a high of 53. Tomorrow, rain with a high of 56. It's 43 right now in downtown Springfield.
Mayflower Marathon is right around the corner. 3 days prior to Thanksgiving. We'll be broadcasting for 52 hours, starting on Monday, November 24th at 6 a.m., ending it on Wednesday, the 26th at 10 from outside the South End Market at MGM Springfield. The goal this year is to fill as many trailers with non-perishable foods as we can possibly stuff for the open pantry. They need your help desperately. So start up your collection now at work, school, home, around the neighborhood, whatever you can do. You can even donate online at rock102.com. Thanks to some of our sponsors, including Capital Moving and Storage, Armored Trucking, Xfinity, Camping World of West Hatfield, Michael's Party Rentals, MGM Springfield, and more. Get all the details about the Mayflower Marathon at rock102.com for Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
There you go.
Okay.
Marty Caproni in the studio with us.
Yeah.
$20 dinner and a comedy show tomorrow night.
We didn't talk about Saturday's show.
Oh, yeah. You came out to the Saturday show, our first inaugural.
Came out to the Saturday show. Nice little matinee over by 7:30, 8 o'clock?
No, wasn't it?
The early bird special. And the food was soft enough for me to digest for the rest of the evening.
The show was done before 7.
Yeah.
And then Thankfully, I was able to pregame with a whole bunch of insures. And then Baxie went over to Walmart to get some stool softener.
Need some fiber.
Because it's a little fiber. It's a little dry in the hole.
That was a fun time. Oh God. I got an accurate visual in my head when you said that.
We had a great time. It was we talked about how great it is to kind of think about those of us that, at 8 o'clock show is hard to make.
So Steve and I were talking about it because we're back and forth. We're like, should we try to do another one in November? And then Nabil said that in December, he's like, can't do them in December because they're probably going to have holiday parties.
Christmas parties.
And then I said, maybe in December we try one to be funny on a Sunday, call it Sunday Service.
Yeah, if you do it early enough at 4:30, 5 o'clock, you'll be home by. You were home by what? 8 o'clock on Saturday night?
Yeah, a little bit later than that because we spent our sweet time at the Westfield Walmart.
Ooh. But if you had left there, you would have been home by 7:30 probably.
Sure, yeah.
So it's a win-win.
I'll tell you, I had a good time. I kicked off the show because then I had to bolt out to cover my buddy. I did a show in New London at the Guard Arts Theater in New London, which was awesome. But it was fun to kick it off and see everyone there. Hawkman came out dressed as a 80s rapper.
Mm-hmm. Can I just say, in spite of the Hawkman and how he was dressed, Brian Plum was unfreaking believable.
Yeah,
hilarious.
He gets so much better every single time I see him.
Best.
Yeah. I mean, you were at the back of the room because you were trying to wrap things up and do the the raffles, and Brian is still going on, and I'm watching your reaction to it, and you're dying because he kept. Because at that point he wasn't even doing material; he was just riffing, and it was fantastic.
He called me. He called me to recap a few of the things on the way home, and I was laughing. I was like, this is the thing with Brian. It shocks everyone every time they see him. But I was with 10 years of doing shows in every weird bar and whatever together, and he would go up in front of me. I would do whatever you want. So he would go and take big swings and sometimes big misses. But when he hit, it was like out of the park. But now he's so seasoned that he doesn't really have the big misses anymore. So it's fun. Great. It was a good time.
Good times. I enjoyed it. It was
Thursday is going to be a blast too.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the costume contest, you can win some great prizes. We always have some good stuff to give away.
Yeah, if people are looking to kick off their Halloween weekend early, that's what you do.
Spooky, short time spooky. I believe you can see the ghost of Mike Belise while you're in the back room of the show. Well, that used to be the old dealership.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but you do what you got to do.
Well, we knew him. We knew him.
Sure.
Yeah, he would have thought.
He would have liked it that way.
Yeah, I didn't know him, but by all accounts from everyone, they always said he had a good sense of humor. So
great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got before we head into the next item on the menu.
I thought of something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I don't care if we do it now or later.
What's up?
But you guys were talking about it this morning when I woke up. It was the because we didn't talk, so I didn't even know if I was supposed to come in or not. So I was like, I guess I'll just listen to the radio, and then find out if I'm coming in. And
okay,
Bax like, Marty's coming up.
Traditionally coming in here every week.
Yeah.
So why would this be any different?
Well, no, I didn't. I don't know.
You don't want to assume.
I didn't want to assume. Yes. So, but you guys were talking about the 3-Eye Atlas.
Yeah. We can talk about that again coming up after 8.
All right. It's 7:57 at Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Outdoor Power Headquarters, Steel, Ego, Craftsman, Toro, DeWalt.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, I'm a curious fellow. When bad things happen, I tend to ask why. When people do stupid stuff, I tend to ask how come. The truth is, I could sit here all day and second guess what people do because to me, there's usually a perfectly logical reason why people do the things they do, even when the things they do don't make a lot of sense. For example, why would an NBA player like Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat need to provide privileged information to questionable members of organized crime for the purposes of manipulating prop bets for NBA games? Terry Rozier was 3 years into a 4-year, $96 million contract. The dude was making $26 million a year. So why in God's name would a guy like that put everything at risk when the possibility of a federal indictment was about to blow up in his face? Well, according to reports, Terry Rozier was hit with an $8 million tax lien in November of 2023. This tax lien was apparently issued after he was unable to pay $271,000 for construction on his house in April of 2022. The FBI investigation into Terry Rozier and his part of the NBA gambling scandal took place between December of 2022 and March of 2024. So how come a guy making $26 million couldn't pay off a $271,000 construction project at his house? Gee, I don't know. Maybe it may have had something to do with a gambling problem. And what a problem gamblers often do to fix their gambling problems? They gamble more. And when that doesn't work out, they sometimes take even bigger risks by taking themselves out of basketball games and affecting the outcomes for shady prop bets. You see, folks, there's always a reason why people do what they do. In this case, Terry Rozier has a problem. And unfortunately, the 2015 Boston Celtics #1 draft pick has taken those problems, beaten them to death with additional problems. Problems that are far worse than the problems he started off with. Especially since I don't see a contract extension popping up in this guy's future anytime soon. But I do see jail time. And that is a pretty big gamble, too. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. You got yourself a good winter coat? Your deck could use a good winter coat, too. You want to go to Rocky's for Cabot Deck Stain. You know, the good stuff. It's been in business for over 140 years. They know their way around a deck. You can find it at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:10 and Sabbath with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Cloudy today with a high of 53. It's 45 right now in downtown Springfield.
Comedian Marty Caproni is in the studio. Great to have you, as always.
Good to be here.
Yeah, we dinner and a comedy show tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Shortstop.
Wear a costume, win a prize if you got a good one.
And top prizes will be given for the top costume.
Yes, and
top three.
That could be. I know we went back and forth on whether we should say offensive, but I feel like there's.
Well, you know what? If you feel like you can be offensive enough, then come on out.
If it happens to be offensive, fine. But you
make it creative.
You make it creative at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just do something stupid just for the sake of doing something stupid.
No sense of
Put a little effort in.
And then we'll give sexy ones out for the guys and the girls, you know?
I'm going to dress as the homewrecker hot dog from
That's a pretty...
Autumn Mist Farm because you can't beat this meat.
Yeah,
that's for
that's
sure.
right.
That's right. Am I right?
You got that right.
Yeah. Anyway, you wanted to talk about...
Yeah, so I wanted you guys to talk about the three-eye atlas thing or whatever.
Well, if you look at TikTok, the world is going to end and the aliens are going to come down and take us all. If you actually follow news from scientists, this is actually a pretty good phenomenon.
It's pretty interesting, but I watched Avi Loeb, the Harvard scientist, astronomer, or whatever you want to astrophysicist.
What's her name?
That's his.
It's a dude.
Him.
What's his name?
Avi Loeb.
Avi Loeb.
I believe it's Lisa Loeb's brother.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said Loeb.
You only
I thought
see
you said
what you want to. Sorry.
I don't listen hard. I can't remember all the lyrics.
That's what he said about it.
I thought you said load.
No.
No.
Right, anyway.
No.
Anyway, what did Avi Loeb say?
Well, this is the thing. So, you see those things and you go, whatever. It's not it's TikTok. It's dumb or whatever. But if you really have been following it, it's been doing some crazy stuff. It had a tail behind. Comets that are real comets always have a tail.
Right.
All of a sudden, this thing's getting closer to the sun, and it's got a thing sticking out the front of it almost 10 times the length of it. Almost like a
spaceship.
Like a like a jet engine or a probe or something like that.
Well, interesting you say this. Sometimes when I get close to a heat source, I start to stick out of the front like a heat probe.
But 10 times your size?
Well, hey, I don't need to brag.
But so there's that. And then the other thing was...
it's the shower and a grower of celestial bodies.
Yeah.
I'm a shower, not a grower. Check out my celestial body right here, baby.
But
that's not Orion's belt you're looking at.
Twinkle, twinkle, not so little stars.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Boom.
This is why we should lecture at Harvard about that.
Absolutely.
But so that was one thing, and then the other thing was it's off gassing. It's showing like nickel alloy, like the things billions of tons of nickel, and it's some kind of nickel alloy that it's off gassing. I'm not saying the world's going to end, but I'm just saying
we
could use the nickels.
At this point, what does it really matter? I said if something's going to hit the earth and destroy us all, let's just do it. I want to be near ground zero. I don't want to be in the aftermath.
I don't think it's going to hit the earth. I think the thing that everyone's curious about with this, and remember the other thing, the Almaguama thingamadama thing that came by 8 months ago?
That's the Pink Floyd album, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Umaguma?
Yeah, that's
Umaguma,
it.
yeah.
The Umaguma with the green teeth.
When that thing came
Open
by.
up! Let me in!
When that thing came by, it was still never particularly solved as to what it was. And the trajectory that these things are on, it's like a 5% likelihood, if not less, chance that it would happen to be perfect trajectory to pass all the planets at the time it does and everything else. I'm just saying there is a chance that it could be not going to hit us, but it could be some kind of probe.
There will always be people that will hear that information and say, what kind of crazy conspiracy theory is this kind of thing? But the reality is, in an ever-expanding universe, we don't know what the hell is out there. We don't even know it's here half the time.
Right.
And so, I mean, it is possible that this is not just some floating piece of rock, but it could be something that might be more alien and guided.
And this is one of those things that I've been trying to say to people, like, you ever get the feeling over the last 7-8 years, the way that things have been going, life feels like an action movie, and we're getting to the part where the music gets real loud.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were talking. Did you hear us talking about quantum theory, or what is it? Immortal. What did I call it?
Quantum
immortal.
Quantum mortality.
Quantum mortality, where you have died several times in your life.
Yeah, the Hindus believe that for thousands of years.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. That's like what the mainstream opinion now is, and among the conspiracy theorists, is that we have died several times over the last 15 years or so.
There's also a conspiracy theorist thing that there's a kid, actually, a young kid, I think his name was Max, and he posited that when they started the Large Hadron Collider in France, the CERN, that knocked us into a parallel universe back in 2018. And that's why we have the Mandela effect, where we remember some things one way, but they're the other way.
Like the, what was it, Shazam, the movie?
Was that with Shaq?
No, it was...
that's one of the ones, actually, that you said that.
Wait, was it...
Fruit of the Loom, Shazam, Mandela, there's a bunch.
Kazam, I think it was. That was real.
Real.
The Shaquille O'Neal one was real. The other one was not real. It was with... Who's the other guy from... why can't I think of his name now? He was
Sinbad?
Sinbad was a Shazam. That was the other one. Everybody remembered Sinbad being Shazam. But it didn't happen, apparently.
And so, again, now you get to this thing. If this 12-year-old physicist kid that's a super genius was right, what it posited was that when they activated the Large Hadron Collider, what it did was it knocked us into a neighboring timeline that is almost the same, but just a little bit different.
And that would explain why World Series games are starting at 6 o'clock.
That would explain why I was up to almost 3 a.m. watching the.
Well, there you go. Yeah, came right. Absolutely.
Well, and also going well into November sometimes. The World Series, right?
No,
didn't it always used to end in October and then after?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it was after 9/11 is when they went into November.
I blame the terrorists for this late.
Speaking of the Mandela effect, the Fruit of the Loom logo.
That's the one. That's another one.
Cornucopia. A significant number of people remember the Fruit of the Loom logo having a cornucopia behind the fruit. Apparently, that's not the way it is.
I remember
the cornucopia too.
The cornucopia.
It was gold. It was gold colored. Yeah.
Yes, and not only do I remember it, I'm pretty sure I still have. When I was in high school, freshman year, I had a kid that I didn't like, and we joined wrestling together. And he was the only other kid in school my size. I was a little guy, and I remember when we had to wrestle. I got him in a headlock and I busted up his nose and he bled all over the shirt. And I kept the shirt as a reminder to not let anyone ever bully you or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I have that shirt somewhere at my house in a closet somewhere. And I'm pretty sure it was a Fruit of the Loom white shirt. And I'm pretty sure it has the cornucopia on it.
Well, you're going to have to test this theory out.
Now I got to go digging around.
Now you got to look for that shirt loaded with DNA evidence.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not the first time it's happened.
I don't know. All this universe stuff is pretty weird.
You know, it's interesting. Yeah, and you know I told you there was a while that I was going through this rabbit hole of all this stuff.
Oh, I'm down
on the TikToks, and then, you know, it's like, you know, aliens and you know, the like you said, the whole mortality. The quantum mortality thing. It's like all kind of connected in one way or another. And it's freaky.
The quantum stuff now, this is the craziest thing that now they're saying is that when they're studying, because they can measure time to a smaller segment now, and they're saying by doing that, they're proving that, this sounds crazy, but that decisions you make now can affect your life in the past because time is folded over.
Ooh, that's like a big time sandwich.
I mean,
it's too confusing though to the average idiot like me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a smart guy, but it is. And then I went down a rabbit hole the other night when you're talking about the conspiracy stuff. I went down one where it was about the I don't know if you know this, but the Vatican runs a telescope out in the desert in Arizona. And it was all about what that really is about, that telescope the Vatican's running out there and everything. So I've been down that rabbit hole for 2 days. Yeah. I don't just watch videos, though. I like actually get on Wikipedia. That's what happens.
It's crazy that the Vatican would be looking at other things so they can barely look at themselves in the mirror.
Well.
Who's watching all these rabbits?
They're all down the hole.
We're all going down the hole.
That's it.
Just remember, whenever life gets you down,
and
things seem hard or tough, and people are stupid, obnoxious, or daft, and you feel like you've had quite enough?
Yes.
Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. That's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned the sun is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me is all the stars that we can see. I love that song. That is one of my favorites.
I don't know what you guys...
Monty Python.
Money, the meaning of life.
Oh, God.
Eric Idle comes out of a fridge after this lady's about to give up her liver. Classic.
You can't beat that kind of comedy.
No, you can't. Anyway, that's all interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed kind of out there, but I mean...
It's wacky.
When you at least consider the possibility that these things could have some level of truth or some level of probability, it makes you go,
Well,
wonder what's on TV tonight.
And the whole thing really goes back to, if this thing comes back through Earth today, we just hope whoever's listening up there in the spaceship comes to the Thursday dinner comedy show at Shortstop Bar and Grill. You don't even need a costume if you're an alien.
Did you ever hear the Blue Beam theory?
Project Blue Beam.
Project Blue Beam.
Everyone talks
And
about
you know what? It's not that far-fetched, and I'll tell you why. Did you ever hear the Blue Beam?
I don't know if I know this one.
It's basically like the government is planning, or this world government or whatever is planning this thing with aliens, and aliens are going to speak to you, and it's going to feel like God himself is speaking to you. Mm-hmm. And when you think about these drone shows that they have with all these drones flying in the air, there are drone shows where they have audio to those where it feels like it's speaking directly to you. So with this technology that we have, we could be fooled by fake aliens coming down.
Wouldn't it be crazy if you are in this whole blue beam thing?
Yeah.
And the aliens are talking to you. And the thing they say is, we'll be right back with the Mass Hat on Rock 102.
Now hear this.
Right. I got a buddy.
What's your favorite anal alien probe?
It's 8:23 in Rock 102. Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam's got the full forecast for you.
Hey, real quickly, the Rock 102 Mayflower Marathon Thunderbird hockey jerseys are still on sale, but we are down to the last few. You can stop by the Rock 102 Studios, 45 Fisher Avenue here in East Longmeadow between Monday, Friday, 9 to 5 to purchase yours. They're only $20. All the proceeds go directly to the Mayflower Marathon. We're out of smalls, mediums, that have a limited number of larges, extra larges, and very limited double extra larges. Now, apparently, there are some people who apparently took exception with the fact that we weren't selling them at Thunderbirds games and was irate that we just didn't have enough to give 2,000 people, 6,000 people at a hockey game enough shirts for the Mayflower Marathon. These were a limited edition. They were not even close to 1,000 of them made.
It was like a 0.002% of
Yes.
the people that you could fit inside the Mass Mutual Center.
And if you're upset that you weren't able to get a shirt, that's you snooze, you lose. That's the way things go.
I know. I got a few of them, and I got to tell you, for $20, it's a great shirt.
You know what? Comfortable, roomy, not entirely a breathable fabric, but that's what you expect.
That's the other thing to tell people. Even if you're normally a double XL, if you get the XL, you're probably going to be fine because they run big, which is nice.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, if you're looking to buy one, do it quick because we are running out fast.
And get them because all the money goes right to the open pantry.
We got news coming up next on Rock 102. Here, 8:30. With Bax and Nagle on Rock 102, it's time for news brought to you by Cluett's Appliances. Save big on all appliances every day at Cluett's. There's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. Emergency crews in Franklin County rescued 2 people who fell from a bridge on Turners Falls Road between Greenfield and Montague Tuesday night. The Turners Falls Fire Department states that the incident occurred shortly before 11 p.m. Rescue crews from multiple departments were sent to assist in the operation, such as the Montague Police Department, Greenfield Police Department, and the Mass State Police. Rescuers had to lift the victims over a 20-foot abutment wall to bring them to safety. 2 helicopters were called in to take the victims to the hospital. As of now, the condition of the victims are unknown, and that's all the information that we have. You jumping off a bridge? I don't know. Messing around?
Sounds like a real pain in the butt.
It's one of those bridges that's like attached to mill buildings, the old mill buildings and stuff. So, the good thing is they got rescued, I guess. A Springfield man faces numerous drug and firearms charges following his arrest in Ludlow on Friday, and now it's Wednesday, and we're just hearing about this now.
This happened when?
Friday
of last week.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
This just in.
From the 22 newsroom, bringing you news 3 weeks ago from last Thursday.
Live, local, and late.
Breaking.
Oh, yeah, late breaking. That's right, yes.
The Ludlow police stated that on October 24th, an officer was patrolling the area of E Street when he located a vehicle that had been reported stolen. The officer attempted to stop the car, but the driver and passenger began to escape on foot. The officer pursued the suspects with the assistance of an off-duty Hampden County Sheriff's officer and detained the driver, identified as 37-year-old Rafael Rivera Vasquez of Springfield. Police searched Vasquez and found a loaded firearm in his waistband along with heroin and crack cocaine. Police then searched the vehicle and reportedly located a crack pipe, 3 rounds of ammunition, and a machete underneath the passenger seat. An officer and his canine partner attempted to locate the vehicle's passenger but were unable to find them. Rivera Vasquez was charged with multiple charges, and he was arraigned Monday in Palmer District Court, where he was ordered held without bail pending a dangerousness hearing. What's so dangerous about having a machete, crack cocaine, a gun?
Well, I mean, I hate to judge a book by its cover.
I mean, as long as you're a responsible adult, I don't see anyone in number one of those things.
He was always known to say please and thank you, so I think you have to respect at least he was considerate.
And in his defense, he only had 3 rounds.
Yeah.
He could have had a lot more.
Could have had more.
He could have had a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I don't know why they put these dangerousness hearings on these people.
It's silly.
Because of the potential that they're dangerous.
That's just an old wives' tale.
Is it? Is it?
Police in Montville. We don't talk about Montville enough. Are warning residents as deer season is right around the corner. Officers have responded to 3 collisions involving deer just this week. The police department posted on social media a video of one of the incidents where the officers were put out on patrol when a deer was seen jaywalking in front of their cruiser.
Wow, that's enough.
The jaywalking deer.
You got to give these deer tickets. You can't just let them be out here jaywalking. Pull them over. Where's Montville? I have no idea where Montville is.
It's Connecticut, right?
It's where Mohegan Sun is.
Oh, yeah, okay. So what are we doing? All right.
I mean,
I don't know. I saw it on Channel 3's website, and I'm like, let's talk about deer.
Are there any deer doing hard time for repeated violations of these jaywalking laws?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got one standing behind the bars smoking a buck cigarette.
You know what the problem is?
Say, I'm going to buck you up when I get out of here.
Yeah, you know what the
By the
problem
way, got
is?
any dough?
You know what the problem is? These deer, they go to the casino, they get drunk, they get overserved, and then they're out there jaywalking, running around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next you know, they're selling all this stuff at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to me! Oh, my God! A lot of antelope jokes. I'll be here every week. Sorry, I won't be able to the comedy show tomorrow night.
They were all female deer, by the way.
Really?
They were going in town to blow a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Christmas joke.
That is a good one.
Yeah. What do the female reindeer do when the male go out? They go into town and they blow a few bucks.
Oh, gosh.
Now we're doing Connecticut news because there's nothing really else going on around here.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to talk about the courthouse being built.
What about the courthouse being built?
The Picknelly brothers are having a little friendly argument. Over,
another
who
one
gets
of those
to be the best.
ones
Yeah.
where they're just both of them have competing projects.
Yeah.
That's it. They're both placing their bids for the new courthouse.
I've never seen this done before.
It's happened multiple times. And you know what? They're brothers. They love each other. But, sometimes a little sibling rivalry ain't such a bad thing.
Do you think one brother lets the other brother win every once in a while just to say,
I don't know. I mean, I think they both do what they got to do. They're both decent fellas. I like both those guys. But it's like, listen.
It's got to be an awkward Christmas.
I don't know if it's all that awkward. I mean, you listen, Paul's got his stuff. Peter's got his stuff. The sister's got her stuff. Everyone's got their stuff, and they're all doing just fine.
You know what? That's a good family argument to have.
Yeah.
Who's going to have the courthouse property?
Yeah.
Unlike another family who's like, oh, man, wonder if Uncle Bill's going to get out of jail this year in time for Christmas.
Did you ever play Monopoly with your siblings?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're fighting over, who's got the...
You got the casino. You got the casino. I want the courthouse.
Yeah, I want Marvin Gardens. You can have Baltic.
Yeah, no one wants Baltic.
All right, we'll compromise. I'll give you a Panera Bread right next to the Pride Station. What do you say?
I don't know about that.
Take it.
Well, here's the one thing that it's a public building, isn't it?
Yes, but you can be a preferred developer for a project. And a lot of the property that they're talking about is being bought up right now.
Okay.
And so you'll need someone to kind of fund the project on top of having the real estate. So there's a lot going on there. It's a very complicated process. But the two brothers are now in competition again for this. Again, like the last time they were in a competition that we all knew about was about the casino.
Right.
Paul wanted the one on the south end. Peter wanted the one on the north end. And, this time Paul won out.
You know who won on that one? The Picknelly.
Actually, you know who won on that?
Red Rose.
The city of Springfield.
Red Rose definitely won.
They're the big winners in the casino.
The city of Springfield won.
That's right.
And
Steve.
all the other host communities who are taking all the money off the top. They won too.
They did.
I got to be honest, though. Every time I'm there at MGM, I do kind of marvel at what a nice facility it is in Springfield.
I knew when they were going to open this because there were a lot of people that when they saw it the first time said, "Oh, this is nice, but it's not Mohegan or Foxwoods." Well, you shouldn't even have been thinking that it would be.
Right.
I mean, it's impossible for it to have been that large, and this is more like a casino that you would find in Las Vegas, which not all of them are enormous.
Right.
Some of them are reasonable sized, and which is exactly what they got.
It's got enough amenities and things to do. Like I could see if I didn't live in this area and I've lived in Vermont or even like the Berkshires or upstate New York, I could see coming down here for like a weekend and staying at the casino, going to watch a movie, doing a little golf, going to the different restaurant. Like it's nice enough.
Yeah. It's good for us.
Yeah. So maybe the new courthouse, they'll put some fun stuff in there, and then you can come down and, there's a golf simulator in the courthouse.
Maybe a slot machine that figures out how much time you'll serve.
A Top Golf. You want a Top Golf inside of
Top Golf courthouse. Yeah.
Maybe a laser tag studio.
You
trampoline
pull the
park.
one-eyed bandit. Okay, time served.
Yeah.
7 to 10 years in prison.
Bust. But, this is what I'm saying. It's a great idea. You got to make everything's about entertainment. Now you should have an entertaining facet to the courthouse.
I kind of like that idea. Turn it into a Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. Maybe like a foam pit.
How many tickets do you need to get bail for that?
Like you don't go to a drunk tank anymore. Now you go into a pool of balls.
Right.
What about like
that means two things.
What about a foam pit? Yeah. Like in front of the judge when they're going to sentence you, you go, then the doors open up and you fall in the foam. Just kidding.
That's fun.
You should have saw your face.
Yeah, you thought you were going to die, but you didn't. You fell into a pile of foam. Yeah. Now who feels like an idiot?
Well, it'd be like wouldn't you be more inclined to go to the Roderick Ireland courthouse and trampoline park than you would?
Well, that's might be what it turns into after they abandon it.
I'll tell you what we need. A Kahunaville. At the courthouse.
Yeah, bring that back.
Bring it back. Those chicks that stand on the bar and surf during the middle of break time?
Tuesday nights.
Karaoke night. Yeah.
60-ounce beer mugs.
Oh, yeah.
$4.
We could turn this place into an entertainment mecca. I hope these Picknellies are listening.
I hope they are. I'll tell you what, I sure could use the black mold special at the new Kahunaville.
Oh, I love that.
Delish. Delish. Is that caviar? Sort of.
Yeah, it's something. It's something that looks like caviar.
Yeah, I probably would have gone for a law degree had I known there were opportunities for like a ladies' night or like a dinner and dancing or maybe like a Vegas style, musical number or something.
Karaoke. How about a courtroom with karaoke?
I like that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Who's gonna sing Margaritaville tonight?
No, I was thinking like
I prefer changes in light.
I was thinking like the Queen song.
Which one?
Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. That one.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'd be asking the DJ, do you got any like Judas Priest breaking the law? I'm gonna just go back a little.
Good too.
That'd be a good one.
Speaking of which, it's been a fat minute since I've been to that Doc's place. That's the only place that has karaoke still.
Chicopee Institution.
365 days a year.
The Chicopee Institution, my buddy Kenny. He also owns Kiyomi Restaurant. That place is awesome.
They're trying, but it's been for sale forever.
I hope he hasn't sold it. That thing's a Chicopee landmark. Karaoke, 364 days a year, I think it says.
What's the one day?
I think they take one day off.
Christmas, maybe?
I think everyone needs a day off.
Is Jerryoke still in business?
You know what? I haven't heard of Jerryoke in a very long time.
What is that karaoke for old people?
It was Jerry, obviously the karaoke guy, and he would go to these like places. He had a place, a permanent place he had set up, and then he moved to I think a VFW or something. But he would live stream the karaoke, so you could go online from your home and enjoy your Tito's and
could
soda.
You sing from your house?
I don't know if you could sing from your house, but you could critique the person who was performing.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was actually a great concept.
Oh.
This guy was the TikTok live guy before TikTok was even live, was even a thing.
Yeah.
This is going back to like 2012, I think.
It's a pre-pandemic form of entertainment.
See, that's cool. You remember Jeremy Goff? Really funny comedian. He does
Where is
super talented musician. He, during the pandemic, started doing this thing. He still does it, where it's called Goff Stock. So he plays requests like from his house sometimes, and people chime in. Sometimes people donate for the request. They'll be like, "I'll give you $2 if you play this song or that song."
Right.
But he's an amazingly talented musician, and that was one of those things that got me through the pandemic. I used to love sitting there watching him play I'd be like, Pink Floyd, Pink Floyd.
I got to see a lot of people and their talents during the pandemic, whether it be comedy or music or any kind of writings or whatever they were doing, because there was nothing else to do. You might as well do something from your house.
That's how I knew I didn't have talent. You know what I did there? You remember what I did during the pandemic, right?
You walked around.
That's it. That was my talent. I would walk. I would hike.
I told you at the time. I said, "This is great." You had all these people interacting with you.
Yeah.
You were talking about stuff. You were talking about the world, the way of the world. You were talking about local stuff, and I thought it was pretty good engagement. You just stopped doing it.
I had to get fat again.
See, I used that pandemic to get fat. That's what I did.
Smart move.
Yeah,
I think we all did that.
Worked great. Worked terrific.
Well, in the beginning, it was like everybody's gonna get in shape because we're at home and there's nothing to do. You might as well do push-ups. Yeah, I pushed up the fridge door many times in order
I
to
pushed up my chair to the table. Is what I did.
I fought it. I had lost about almost 90 pounds by the time the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, nothing's derailing me this time. And then the pandemic happens. They shut the gyms down. So then I was fighting it. I started doing the walk-in and everything, but then it got cold, and I was like, you know what seems good right now? Chili and a bread bowl.
Yeah.
See,
every day.
That kind of happened. That kind of happened to us. We were doing really great in the beginning, and then one day I said, I wonder what kind of pie they've got at Rice's Farms today. And I said, and Jenny said, well, they sure do like a chocolate cream pie. I said, yeah, I'm not feeling that. I feel more like a fruit pie, more like a blueberry, perhaps. And what did I do? I got both pies. That's how you fight a pandemic.
I can't blame you. Their muffin tops and their pies that's my jam.
Unbelievable.
The triple chocolate muffin top is my favorite.
Yeah, they're all. I've never had a bad muffin top.
There's a cheesecake one I want to try.
You know what happened to me once the pandemic happened? Just perfectly timed for me to hit my all-time fattest. Is they right up the street from my house? They opened a Coffee Cup bakery, the new location.
Oh yeah.
So now you got to drive by, and I'm going to leave here. I'm going to be driving by. You don't think I'm going to want to stop in for a nice coffee and a brownie?
That sounds pretty damn good, is what it sounds like. The Boston cream cupcake. It's Charlie Baker's favorite.
Oh, they're donuts. They're
donuts, and those Boston cream cupcakes. I'll tell you what, Dino's a genius.
Oh, those things are
so good.
It's unbelievable.
Now we're gonna have to get those now.
That would be terrific if they were just to magically appear before, say, 10 o'clock.
Or even tomorrow.
I'm off tomorrow. Well, Friday.
No, you can bring it tomorrow. I'll be here.
You'll be here?
Yeah.
I'll come in if there's donuts. I'll come in if there's cupcakes.
I don't know if they're going to be cupcakes. We're going to have to find out.
We'll work for cupcakes.
I'll do a lot more for that. Give me a little bit of my own Boston cream.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
All right.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today going to be cloudy with a high of 53. Tomorrow, rain showers. Perfect night to go out to a $20 dinner and a comedy show over in Westfield. High of 56. It's 45 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
It's 8:48 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
I just gave you the forecast. But, again, rainy night. Tomorrow night, you should go out to the shortstop bar and grill.
Yeah, reserved now.
Yeah.
Rock 102 and the Springfield Thunderbirds want to hook you up with slap shots and shish kebabs and nothing but time. You can go score a $100 gift certificate to the Deems Downtown Mediterranean Grill, one of the best restaurants in town, and go see the Thunderbirds take on Utica November 21st, which, by the way, is the Mayflower Marathon hockey night at the Thunderdome. Enter at rock102.com before the end of the day, November 9th. One lucky winner gets chosen at random. Maybe it's you. Your chance to win slap shots and shish kebabs. And nothing but time from the Springfield Thunderbirds and Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
I like how you referenced that. That was pretty good.
I'm always up for a good strawberry alarm clock reference on the show.
Well, you're doing that reference. Yeah, so I made a couple of videos yesterday. The first one was not that great. But I made a Huntington one.
Yeah, I love it.
Which is picking up some steam online. But the other video I did, I was at this place in Westfield yesterday with my kid, and there's a golf place. It was like one of these. It's like a indoor golf training facility, but they don't open.
Stop.
No. This is it's the Roots place out in Westfield.
Oh,
It's
Roots.
like
My daughter went there
athletic
for softball lessons.
Right.
Something.
But next to the softball place is this golf. It's like an indoor golf place. It's like lessons. You can, But they're only open in like the winter time hours.
Right.
So November through May or whatever it is until the spring happens. But it says closed till November. And the video I made, it only had the one line, but I was like, and I'll be closed till November. Said I'll be closed till November. I'll be closed till November.
That's what I had in my
tell
head.
my girl I'll be closed till November. January, February, March, April, May. I hear you crying, but girl, I can't stay. I'll be closed till November. And give a kiss to my mother. Nothing like a good Wyclef Jean song.
As soon as you said it, that's what I was hearing in my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great tune. I only did the one line. You know what it is? I like doing the videos. I don't want an audience behind me.
What?
And there's people in the lobby of this place, and I'm like, I can't belt out the whole lyrics to the song.
No, that's even funnier. You got to do one of those somewhere. And then also film their reactions to you.
Of the people behind you.
But you know what? I mean, the truth of the matter is there's so many people doing TikToks and Instagram reels that I think when people walk past someone who's doing one, they're so used to seeing it, it's not a big deal anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
You don't have to be embarrassed. I mean, if you just go ahead and do it, let her rip.
I'm judgy when I see those people.
Well, that's you, but I mean...
I know, but then I was like, well, I don't want to be judged.
Well...
No, but you're going to post a video that's going to get judged.
This is the thing that I've been struggling because I told you guys that my deal is to get my fat butt back to the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm torn because I used to go to the health tracks, which I loved. And then I went to Planet Fitness over by my house, by the plaza there, and I loved that. But I can't help but notice I see nothing but fitness influencer videos now in the gyms. Do you know what I'm talking about?
They're making videos.
Like no one just goes and works out now. They set up a thing or whatever. But here's the thing. I'm torn because I know that's annoying behavior that I will hate when I'm fat and I'm sweaty and I'm doing it in the gym. But I love seeing it on my Facebook. I love seeing the people who are doing all the healthy living.
You like watching other people be successful.
I swear to you,
without having to commit to it yourself.
Oh, look at all the work you put in.
It's 100% sounds crazy, but like they're okay. So there's a girl that used to work at View Street when Loft was there, and she was always in great shape. But she goes religiously and works out and does the shakes and everything. Her story is inspiring, even though I'm still fat watching it, but I'm like, and it looks like a statue, you know? And then I got another buddy of mine who lost like 125 pounds and he's getting actually cut. Yeah. When I see it, I'm like, I'm like psyched for that.
But for every one of those that you see, occasionally you'll run into like a whole series of pictures that someone will post of them just sitting on the equipment, not actually lifting anything.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not just going to name names or anything like that and embarrass anybody, but Pat Oates used to do it constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Pat Oates?
He lost some weight, got into good shape, but 99% of the pictures he was taking was him sitting on workout equipment.
Well, that's what you do in a gym. I see it. I used to see it. I don't go to it like a
Pat was one of those people though. When he was like losing weight, I really enjoyed seeing him lose weight.
Yeah.
But also that behavior, I know if I'm in the gym, would drive me crazy.
Sure.
Because if I'm the fat guy behind you and I'm just trying to do my part to lose a little weight, I don't need your picture on the end of your weight bench.
See, I would rather see pictures of some guy sitting at donut dip gaining weight. That's what I like to see. Yeah, losing feeling in his feet. That's what I would like to see.
The fat cam. Yeah. You need a good fat cam. I want to see you shove one of them giant 6-foot subs from Big Y down your throat.
Oh. They make a good
sitting. Yeah.
They make a good sub.
The
Big Y.
But they changed it. It's different. It's they don't make the big 6-foot.
No, they still do, but you gotta. It's only certain ones you can order.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like
look at
all
you
those
knowing all
rules.
Listen, when it's the other day, you guys were talking about breakfast places.
Yeah.
I this is when I realized I'm fat. You guys are
This is what they
This is the thing that made you realize.
This is the thing. It wasn't not seeing my feet for a year.
Right.
It was you guys. You guys were like, the Stables? Where's the Stables? I'm like, oh God! I was like trying to buzz in like a game show. Stables in Hadley. It's awesome.
Screaming at
Stables.
the radio.
Yeah, no. You were like Country Trading Post. I thought that's a convenience store. I'm like, how dare you, Country Trading Post? That's a great breakfast. Jeremy, the cook in the back, is awesome.
So that is a restaurant?
You want to go for breakfast after this?
I would. Well, I don't know if I can, but yeah, I would love to go there sometime.
Yeah, we'll go.
Check it out. Yeah.
They make a great breakfast.
All right, I'm game.
There you
They
go.
make a very good breakfast.
I'm always willing to try new places. I just had no idea. I don't go that way very often because it's up Burnett Road, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
or Fuller Road, or what is it?
it's up Burnett Road just before the old Williams Quality Beverage or whatever on your left, the Country Trade Post on your right. It is a convenience store / market now.
So it's like the Chicopee Cracker Barrel.
Oh God.
That's where it would be called the Crack Whore Barrel.
Oh, come on now, please. No,
You never had the Crack Whore Barrel?
come on.
The Chicopee.
You know who goes there? You know, I'll put money on it. Who goes there?
Who?
I'll bet you our boy Nick Kochi goes there for breakfast.
He probably because
He lost a lot of weight, so he's probably getting egg whites when he goes down.
Oh, that guy's jacked now.
he looks great.
I wish we had taken a picture of him and I at John O'Brien's roast because
He
we
looks
both
great.
We both lost a significant amount of weight, and I have a before picture of
But
us
here's
too.
the difference between you and Nick. I'm going to give you credit on something. You lost weight and have accepted and embraced it, and you address accordingly. Nick reminds me of me when I lose weight because he was still in his fat clothes. Because you could tell he's skinny. And
It's
he's
hard
ripped.
to get out of that mentality. though.
But he was skinny. But you could tell he was wearing like the baggy.
He's wearing his old his sheriff jackets and sweatshirts and stuff.
As a person who has struggled with weight nearly his entire life, that's a comfort thing. That is
It totally is.
a
Wait,
perception
you
thing.
struggle with weight all your whole life, there, fatty?
Of course I have. I have. Believe me, I'm no stranger.
You fat little ball, little ball of happiness, you little fatty pants.
You heard me tell the story about the Cumberland Farms. The only reason why I was stopping at Cumberland Farms is because of the 89-cent Little Debbie fudge round every single day. That was a fat guy
you
breakfast.
Little fatty, you loved
89-cent Debbie fudge round and a 99-cent coffee breakfast for a fat guy under $2. You couldn't beat it.
You probably couldn't get that now. What with the tariffs?
This is a wonderful lesson for the kids that are listening. Okay,
Yeah.
You are now in shape. I used to always make fun of fat people, and I'm huge.
Well, see, karma bites you right in the ass
That's
sometimes.
it.
Right in the fat ass sometimes.
It's 8:58 with Bax and Nagle. It's Marty Caproni at Rock 102.